game number 1 of top 8.
Yeah, and Coco, again, did have to beat out Simple to earn his spot here and did very well for himself. Those greatsword plays in particular were impressive. He was doing a great job building up that damage with the greatsword and swapping over to the sword for the KOs and already picking up the greatsword to start this one off.
Already trying to mix and master him, put him on the mixtape. He's got the mix-ups I already saw, but you saw Godly was not dodging, right? So he's going to make him condition him and figure out what he's trying to go for before he starts finding his defensive options to get out of those mix-ups.
Now you're seeing Godly make the swap over to the gauntlets, maybe a little bit more KO potential, might be looking for an N-Sig. We've seen like Radish over in NA do that a lot. Charged it up, but Coco with the dare actually stops that one out.
Yeah, that was pretty brave. I'm pretty sure he was going to do that anyway, right? But it was good for him to hit that signature before it came out, because that's a banger. Would have sent him up high, and he would have had a rough time getting back down. But now having a rough time getting back on stage, Sayer's going to steal the recovery, and that is the first stock going Godly's way.
Yeah, you saw those stars come out. Knew Coco did not have any more movement because he was really hoping he could get back to the stage there. And definitely a good Sayer from Godly to deny any ground touch, but now Godly's got an opportunity, get some extra credit here.
Yeah, this is the first stock of this one, so we're going to see what is Coco's KO options, right? Like, which weapon is he going to lean on to get stocks off? He racked up good damage with the greatsword, but he can't get anything going right now with the regular sword. Godly had complete control. The orb was looking very nice, already throwing out signatures because he has that second stock that hurt.
Yeah, I don't think Coco had a single opportunity to do anything with that regular sword. Like, that was all Godly, just amazing orb plays. Sidelight side air puts Coco out to the right side, and another side air could KO, or that recovery from Godly.
Yeah, recovery did it. Yeah, that orb recovery is a little sneaky. Like, I always feel like I'm not going to get KO'd when I get hit by that, and you just kind of hover into the space for a bit, and then you die.
Yeah, it's got a surprising amount of movement inside of it, and will hit pretty hard, especially from this Petra, but Coco does deny the 3-stock there, and likely will be setting up to stick with that greatsword.
All right, yeah, he's going to stick to this. He's been racking up the damage with it, so it makes sense. He gets a nice little combination, but we finally see Godly decide to dodge. He's seen enough. He understands what he wants to do on defense, or maybe it's just I have the lead. I'm going to get out of this and then put on as much pressure as I can. He dodged out, and if Coco was ready, that could have been big.
Yeah, but I mean, that was an amazing string already coming out from Coco. His greatsword looking very clean. He is getting a lot of extensions here. As he swaps greatswords, likely going to look for some sort of setup for a KO. N-Sig, yep. And that is going to be the equalizer.
He's got him. He's got him to start trying to want out of the strings, and that he was able to set that one poke up into a dash up neutral signature. Got the damage. Doesn't get the right read, but he's getting the opportunities.
Yeah, it's basically a 50-50, right? Like, he's trying to decide, are you going to go out or are you going to stay in? Are you going to maybe dodge in? Either way, he's going for that dash forward neutralite, and he's just trying to pick which side he goes to.
He was looking good, but that side signature, I mean, as soon as it hit, I already know Petra slaps it. I knew he was toast.
Yeah. A lot of damage put out. But, I mean, again, credit to Coco. He was bringing that one back. Godly took the first 2 stocks with his starting stock. You can see it here in the replays. But Coco was able to bring that one back to final stocks, I believe.
Yeah, brought it down to the end of the game and had a chance. Had him pretty hurt. I mean, he had him about, goldish, yellowish gold, and he finally got caught by that side sig. Godly knew it was time to capitalize, and that's one of the things I was talking about yesterday. Timely KOs, efficient KOs, as TWK was saying. You just got to make sure you get people out of there.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about how Coco was not able to do anything with his regular sword. Yeah, he put out 15 damage with that regular sword, so he's definitely going to be leaning heavily onto this great sword here in game number 2.
I feel like if he gets the opportunity, he'll play with it a little bit more than he did. But he didn't even get the opportunity, as you said. But we're still looking at the greatsword right now. Actually, one of my favorite greatsword skins. The old mixed and mastered. Get him out of there.
The side swaps from Coco, leading to a lead over Godly here.
Oh, that was so good. I love when this weapon works. When you get the right reads, it is just second to none in its in its swag.
But Godly able to equalize, comes in, gets that side sig, goes for the forward throw, and now he's got an opportunity to get a little bit more of a lead here. Now that he's got so much weapon control.
I feel like if he would have had the orb right now, it would have been if he went back to it. Yeah, unarmed against the orb is a very, very rough time. Gets a weapon instantly and lands a nice string. Tried to land a Sayer, but nice movement from Godly get around. Now control has shifted. Oh, this is scary. This is scary. One wrong move. He was able to touch. He gets his resources back. but not able to get a weapon. Gonna have to deal with the gauntlets now.
Yeah, Godly was doing such a good job pressuring Coco, but Coco managed to stay on, and like you said, he got that ground touch. So he kind of got out of dodge there, and now he's got that sword. We'll see if he can do a little bit more damage, but no, the end sig from Godly. And I want to see him stick with the orb. The orb was definitely the damage dealer.
Definitely, man. That orb is looking really good. Look at it. Look at the strings he's putting together. Just starting this off and letting him know who's boss, getting good damage, and just making it harder for him to mount these comebacks that he's getting in a position where he has to do.
Coco gonna run back, pick up this great sword. Ooh, immediate end sig attempt there. He knows Godly's in that KO %.
And he wants that hit. He wants a big hit. But I don't know. Maybe he shouldn't fish because every time he whiffs, yeah, he's getting damage racked up. Maybe, play it a little slower and maybe he could have got the stock. But Godly closing that one out, making it 2-0. I called for a game number 5, but Godly wasn't liking that.
Yeah, he did not appreciate that. He was like, maybe not.
Oh, yeah. Every time, like, once he's got the damage built up, he just finds the right opportunity. Boom. These stocks aren't going much past light red. Like they're barely getting into, like, a slightly darker red. He's just closing them out.
And now we're seeing Coco swap on over to the Olgrim, characteristic of his 2s pick, something that he plays alongside Spyrock. So we'll see how well this does against Godly, because the Jaehyun got completely shut out.
Yeah, that second one was really, really rough. I mean, both games were kind of the same, got put down into a really bad situation early on, but the first one he at least got a chance to try to bring it back. Second one was just no chance. And now we got the Olgrim pick. He's got the axe going into the orb. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about this pick, honestly. I mean, the Jaehyun wasn't working, but I don't know how much better Olgrim's going to do.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not working great right now. Great side air from Godly. And he has, honestly, a bigger lead than he did against the Jaehyun. But Coco, this is definitely a comfort character of his. So he's hoping that this comfort is going to be the thing that helps him take a win off of Godly.
Okay. I see him doing a little bit with that lance. I like what he's doing. But, man, if Godly keeps getting this damage per interaction, every time he gets a touch, he's racking it up. It's going to be rough to do any type of comeback. And weapon toss, he's going to go right back into the orb. Side lights there.
Another falling side air from Godly. Coco with the turnaround does get the side air, keeping this one relatively even. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be all about that lance for game number 3.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, that axe definitely was not doing anything. So, I mean, I like the way his lance is looking. He's going to have to make sure he doesn't whiff too much because Godly is playing really close, and he's getting clean punches. Look at that. That's a banger, puts you down in a horrible situation, but nice, gets the down there for the chase dodge.
Yeah, he needed that hit. You saw those sweat beads. Got that touch so that he could chase dodge back up safely. Back over to the lance.
Right, playing the neutral a little slower. There we go. Got a hit, whiffs again, and gets side light aired. Those nair whiffs have been treating him real bad. Side air, still not enough. What's the option from Godly? Goes down, waits, and the nice little jump. Well, I didn't even know he had that last jump in the bag, but it doesn't matter. Godly going to close that one out. And I'm guaranteeing opting to go back to the orb for the closeout, sitting on second stock about orange. I mean, this is a big lead.
Yeah, this is going to take a lot for Coco to bring this one back. Optimal damage there, down like ground pound. Over to the axe now. Hasn't been doing too much with the axe, and we'll see if he gets an opportunity to, because Godly's he's keeping that pressure going.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's big. That's big. Oh, no. He missed the closeout on that second stock. That would have been timely. It would have got him, like, back to an even game. Okay, still pretty good. Still pretty good. And I think he's going to stick with the lance. Yep. Okay, and he's only on yellow, so he can really do this. He can bring this back. Just got to be careful about giving Godly those punish opportunities because Godly's going to turn that into 1 to 3 hits every time.
Yeah, those whiff nairs, like you called out, they have just been getting punished by Godly. Over to the orb now. Coco running out of movement here. Still gets the wall touch. Godly not able to get the side airs that he wants.
Okay, he's got Godly unarmed. I like this. I like this. Even if he gets punished, it's not going to be too rough. He's going to get sent out. Throws a weapon down, trying to get back safely. He's going to have to deal with this orb. Gets a nice combination. Weapon toss. Okay. He didn't really have any opportunity. The angle that Godly came back to the stage, he could not find that closing hit. And here it is, the dare. And he gets a game on the board. Caught Godly trying to hit him with that uppercut, get back onto the stage, sneak up there, and he said, denied access.
Yeah,
I like it.
He didn't do that much damage with the axe, but it was just enough at the very end there. He put out 70 damage on his axe, but that final down air at the very end ended up getting him a dub.
70 damage. But the most meaningful hit of that round is with that weapon. So, end of the day, it did its job.
Yeah. He did the exact amount of damage that he needed to do. As we get into game number 4, and of course, Coco definitely sticking with the Lance, or sticking with the Ulgrim at the very least. We'll see how well he does if he tries to change it up, because he did a lot of nairs there that, like you said, kind of got punished by Godly.
Yeah, a lot of those nairs with the Lance were getting popped. I mean, he's definitely been getting punished a lot with the axe, but I feel like if he can get something going, he can put a little bit of more intimidation in with this axe. It's just in the neutral, he's just losing so heavily. Oh my gosh. The recovery with the KO, I didn't see that coming once again.
Yeah, I did not think that that was going to KO Coco, but I guess because they were so high in the sky, just unfortunate for Coco there. Godly still sticking with the orb, still putting out damage, just wants to build up that lead.
And doing it. Wants to do it and is doing it. Switch over to the gauntlets and said, you know what, you got gloves on, I don't. My punch is still going to hurt. Gets the stock off, goes into the Lance, and, I mean, keeping the game close. That was necessary to get that stock right there and doing it unarmed nonetheless.
Yeah, can't let Godly get too big of a lead. Sidelight dare, looks for the side air, but didn't see Godly jump. So nice kind of pivot there at the very end. Switch to a nair is just kind of a hopeful attack.
It was good. If he didn't turn the other direction, it would have been perfect. It would have hit, right? The back end of it just didn't touch on the hitbox, and Godly was standing right there.
Oh, the recoveries again from Godly, though.
Dancing around, trying to get something. Okay, finally gets the Lance. Oh, my gosh. Sidelights there. It's gonna KO. Oh, this weapon, man, it's so hard to deal with in neutral. It looks like a stubby weapon, right? It's just a little ball, but man, the way that it extends, the way the character hops around on the movement of the weapon, on the attacks, it's just so hard to find your moments and your spacing.
It's also tough because there's just not that many orb mains out there. Like, there's very few people who are really sticking with the orb, and Godly picking it up definitely has some matchup advantage here because I don't think Coco's played against that many orbs at this level.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. There's a difference, you know, playing in the ranked ladder, fighting a couple of orb mains here and there, and then you come in here and you fight one of the best players in the world, and he's playing orb. That's a big difference.
Two Beasts, doesn't find the side air. Coco running out of room here on this final stock here in game number 4. If Godly gets one more sideline side air, could put him in position to close this one out.
Yeah, sideline side air is definitely going to do it. So now we're looking at a situation where Coco's dang near going to have to play a perfect stock to bring this one back. And the way it's been looking, Godly is going to find a hit. He tries the neutral sig instantly, not going to touch. Nice combination from Coco, but he's in danger. Dodges red, uppercuts good. Godly taking the set 3-1.
A clean 3-1 earns him a top 3 finish, and of course an invite to that Spring Royale. But of course his day's not done. He gets to sit pretty in that winner's final and wait for his opponent of the next match. But Coco, I don't know what to say, because it's just like the Jaeyun kind of worked at times, but then it ultimately didn't. The Ulgrim kind of worked at times, but then it ultimately didn't. It just seems like almost like running into a brick wall there and hoping that something works out.
It just really, when it comes down to it, the way that Godly was punishing, it seemed like he was just too familiar with the game plan itself. It was